They did a good job. Distributed seedlings. And the number of people working only for the stomach went down to 39%. That's why now I decided to start PDM. And the leaders supported us, supported me. And the PDM has been doing some good work. Here in Lango, I remember some examples when I was here. There was that boy, Dokolo, the one he's from. Let us see on the screen what he's doing.
My name is Dokolo. I'm the team leader of Actuous Agro Farm, right here in Amolatar district, Achi Paris.
You can summarize later.
We started this farm way back in 2016 with a family land, which is about 100 acres, but now we have expanded to a team of...
Let him speak and you summarize after.
That we are using for expanding is not strictly coming from this. I do construction work where I generate my money, and 80% of the money that I save from the construction, I bring and inject in the farm. We have goats. Those were about 530, and cows we are having about 300. Sheep we are having about 280. So with this much kind of land, we are yet ready to do a lot of agro-business. So in beef farming, we are selling live animal. Like for the last 2-3 years, we have been investing so much in expanding the farm. But last year is the year that we experienced a fairly income to the farm. We managed to sell 90 cows, including bulls, which gave us, each we are selling at 2.5. That was about 225 million. That was about 225 million. As you see these goats, these are Boer goats and Savannah. Majorly in a year, we sell these goats about 200, at a range of 300 to 500, which made us to acquire about 60 million. And if you add the crops department, all this we managed to, after all expenses, we managed to save about 280 million. So we want to thank the president for his...
There you are.
So enter you to farm Dokolo Joel Ametiache.
Let me summarize for you. Dokolo is not in London. Is not in Europe. Tikan. Here in Amolatar. And you hear from the cows and from the goats and from the crops, that young man is earning 480 million shillings net after removing the cost.
secha to jama me okwanyi porro nuo million mi ang'wen ni piero aboro nep ame nuo chulo do jamu kod dushu.
Now, that is Okero.
Mano Okelo Joel no.
He's educated.
Ubero dano kwano.
He's an engineer.
Ubero dana metiu teaching.
But not all engineers are Jalonyo.
Eto pe jo kwano teaching dushu bero jo lony.
Some engineers are also Luchan.
Ujo tijo ame kwano teaching ame da ubero chan.
Because they don't know what to do. So our son Okero is a bright engineer who knows what to do.
So Okelo Beratin wa
but there are my people who are not so educated, but who have listened to our message.
Tijo amedanga mepe kwano amepe gireo woro gina bori kwan ento tu winyu lokere amen bero lokere wakare dushu.
There is an appeal of leader. Let's see what she's doing.
Tingata mo luoni appeal ame yai lera ko nyuti wa inena kopi wa.
Aburi wang ti man ma alingiri sen ti banya ward ti my town council ti Lira district.
Her name is Apio Vicky, a resident of Alingiri Cell, Banya Ward, Town Council in Lira district.
Agam send me PDM yari ariatirwa adek.
She got the money for PDM in 2023.
La bong when to me appear a bear and
970,000 and then 30,000 remained in the bank.
At a binopur, Karachel Kerinyagi.
She planted maize.
A willow, Yagi socket, a para beach.
She bought maize 15 sackets.
Well met to me appear a deck we are
30,000 each sacket.
I take a letter for American a deck with dish for acres a deck.
She used it, actually she planted it in 3 acres of land.
Pour to me, Pierre a beach, Manula has challenged.
Preparing the garden cost her 150 for the 3 acres.
A daughter to me appear a beach.
Weeding cost her 50,000.
No, wait, why am I throwing haymakers?
Oh, get us back to a rainbow. No, bro, we got it. No. Oh my God, that's so scary.
She used the local, the family members and the neighbors.
What a wheel of a deck match, to me appear.
Then she bought lunch, food for the people for the family that is which cost her 20,000.
Transported to me appear a beach.
And transporting it from the garden to home cost her 50,000.
To be a bit, and you are no question at Oroconia.
She came and then she removed it from the cup.
Yagina need a ramucha, appearing when a beach.
It gave her 45 sacks.
The chat of appearing when no.
She sold 40 bags.
I don't know a million of Rio,
And she got 2,800,000. That was the first season. That is our first plantation. Out of the 2.8, she decided to keep 1 million aside for farming again. She used 1 million for buying sheep, 10 of them. Then she used 800,000 for school fees.
So you can hear now. We don't Don't have time. Me in my head, I was not remembering sheep. But Apio, sheep is good business.
Business
So I asked her, who buys sheep? She said people from South Sudan like sheep.
South Sudan,
So you can see Apio is more advanced than the economists in Kampala. So therefore, what I'm appealing to all of you Ugandans, chase Chan from your home. And do it by doing something that will bring food on your table, but also money in your pocket. And the government has already given you how to start. This PDM money, 1 million, 100 million per parish per year. In 5 years, that is 500 million in one parish. And in the third year, the ones who got first give back to the circle. The money will never come back to the government. It will remain in your parish. So that other people use it also. So in the third year, the ones who got first will pay back. You got 1 million. You now pay 1,125,000, 20,000. So very easy money. You people stop pushing the ones in front. I can see all of you. We don't want to tow here. So don't push it. The ones behind stay behind. So let's chase poverty out of Uganda. With the PDM, when they checked, I think it was last year,
no.
67% of the homesteads were in the money economy now.
Entia kopani jam ame mi PDM utoti mikwero nuoni percent piera bichel we abiro tido ngati inchente mori chauge.
Only 33 were in the working only for the stomach.
Percent do duogo ping tidi piera dek we dek pijo ame potia tika pi keken pi gima chama keken.
So now this is my point a deck.
Monu point na madeke no gob meke lo lonyo yipachiwa.
Point and when
Point na mangwen
teach.
You
hear people talking jobs.
Ne we jotia loy ko kom teach.
There is Okuremara. Okuremara is a Bantu word for people when they become disoriented or disabled.
Tijo ame nuwi ki ubalo no.
Now there was a Okuremara
Tijo moro tidano moro mo nuwi ubalo
in the colonial times.
Karme locha munni.
People came to believe that working in the government as clerks is the job.
Tika me jo ame wiki ubala me kara munni ja ginu keri di wiki ni ka yiri tiu ka tiche gamente nudo en tiche no.
This is wrong.
Munu peru ginora peti ka kare.
You find a farmer,
inuoni apur,
then you say, what is your job?
kai penya puri
He says, I have no job. You have no job. You are the one feeding us. Without you, would die. So, agriculture is job.
So poor, who better to one teacher period to 12.
Fishing is job.
Chikureju better than teach.
So when you create wealth, you also create jobs. I don't know whether Okoro can. You can see how many jobs he has created.
UTY television kano jo adia me chifamu kelo.
The one I
liters. So when you get 20 times 6, that's 120 liters per day. 120 liters per day. For us, the liter here is 2,000 because we save each cup at 1,000. Because we save each cup at 1,000. So you get 2,000 times 120. You get 24,000 per day. So 24,000 per day, when you multiply, you get about 7.6 million per month. But 7.6 million per month, you cannot save it. You have to get 200 to pay these workers. Sometimes even the drug for spraying. That is zero grazing, you spray for ticks and other things. At the end of the day, you remain with a net profit of 6 million from the cows for zero grazing. So this is our grass. Here, 1 acre of grass. This 1 acre is enough feeding our 6 cows. And our cows are feeding well with this grass we have. When you get like the half pineapple per harvest, we get about 4.5 million and harvest twice a year. You will see, even as now, those who take an harvest for my friends take. When you look at the piggery, in a month, I can get about between 150 and 180 piglets. But those I don't sell, I give to my neighbor's prayer. When you look at coffee, we normally harvest 12 million. We normally harvest 12 million from 1 acre because we're just starting up the harvest. We had the first harvest, and when you get about 12 million, but the first harvest, when you get about 12 million, but when you get very well, and you have fertilizer, you get between 18 and 24 million. From 1 acre, coffee alone minus banana. And this banana, at the end of the month, you can get about 1 million, 1.8 million. But I don't sell my banana, I use it for eating. So I simply get my coffee to ensure the other 12 million I'm telling you, which we are getting from this 1 acre, because we have tested it where you receive. And here, currently, I'm employing 26 people.
Freeze that one.
Previously,
freeze the other one. Freeze it. The other one. The first picture of the workers. Now you can see.
And here, Kobuni, ineno unu television kano mono namba jo ametia teach ifama tiel ameneno tia nyutui bunyoro.
Biamkama went to Parliament a few years ago.
Biamukama metia loko uwori Parliament mwara pe karaboto twa.
His father was my friend from Bunyoro.
President.
So when he was elected, his father brought him to me in Rakstura before the swearing in. And I told him that you young boy, if you want to help your people, go and start the 4 acres model which we have been talking about.
And MP no ni me to konyo jonia ber wor chako pe fo e model nyo model me puri potiang wen anaka president Gloria.
And he went and started.
And they were chako.
And you have heard what he's doing.
That when you win, you get a man of kobo.
The eggs.
And the kobo come tongue when.
The cows.
Kobo come dog.
The pineapple.
Get a nanasi.
The coffee.
Get a kawa.
And also the pigs, but the pigs he gives them free to his. But from the eggs alone, he gets 55 million shillings net per month.
And 1 million per a beach where beach do a medon which and the Moroccan do pay. Modo net no magoba mere.
That's more than 600 million in a year.
Mono loud car million me a beach elko I mohachel.
Not in Europe.
Petty ye lobolaya kusha.
Not in China.
Pera doctor China kusha.
In Bunyoro here. Bunyoro getting 600 million shillings net from eggs. But in his case, I wanted to show you the job. Bring back that picture of the workers. Bring the picture, the one I told you to freeze. This boy has now created jobs for 26 other Ugandans. So you cannot talk of jobs, many jobs, without wealth creation. These are jobs from agriculture. Let us see jobs from factories. Factories. Now you can see all those workers. In just one factory. We have just started bringing these factories to Uganda.
Wan purucha hogero chume gere Uganda kan.
They started coming when NRM brought stability.
Dang chum jo kelu chume no munni unyo jo wai kana cha hogero chumi ikara me pi kuchu do kere lo wa me Uganda.
We now have 50,000 factories.
Wani cha wani utikere chumi tutumia piera beach Uganda.
But I hear they're employing 1.2 million people.
Ameo tiwa cho yuti million acheli la hario.
If you put together all the government jobs,
Kayini keru uticha gamente ameti udushi Uganda kan.
there are 480,000.
Utiki ni ka jo mia ngweni piera beach keken.
So the factories are already employing many more people
Nyuruni chumi tidwa achoyo jo ticha duonga me lojo atiu ticha gamente ko.
than all the government jobs.
Me lo to ticha me gamente tia ami.
So therefore,
Enumi wanatia lok ko bone.
all the Ugandans need to know that jobs come from wealth.
Unwali me Uganda du ni ngeni ti yai kom lonyo.
Wealth can be in agriculture,
Lonyo romo yai pur.
can be in manufacturing,
Romo yai ticha me jama me yai chuma.
can be in services like hotels and so
Romo
on.
yai ko pe hotel bora jamu kene ni dusu.
So this is our fourth point.
Monu point na mangwene no kopi kom teach.
Point at beach
Point number beach
are services
obero me you teach.
like,
Yakina jo.
like health,
Obero jami ame konyo wa chalo kopi kom yotcom. Yotcom.
like security,
Kopi kom teach ame lao kopi kom kuch.
like education,
Kopi kom kwan.
transport.
Kopi kom gime wot nyotoki.
Those are services.
Monu jama me konyo wa me titimu jami moga yakina wa.
Now, the NRM has built health centers all over the country.
Now government NRM tiugero dakatale nyo health centers atitini i sub counties wadushu.
They can give you the number of the health centers it is.
Manu jono ramo mi number a health center dek ameo tiugeri gomo le popar.
The schools.
Chukula me ugero.
So what I'm persuading our NRM leaders and all of you to do
Nigi nene tie kwa yotela me NRM kere unducha me ti unukan.
is that we have already done a lot of work.
Ni wandu tiu teacher Paul tutwal.
But in the coming term,
Etu tama me tia binu ni.
I want us to be very strict
Omiru ni utimu wunu jam ginora attack.
and really help our poor people.
Mewe hokonjo wa ame oberu chan.
With health,
Iko me yotcom.
immunization is doing very well.
Kob me agwera tia wotabeto twal.
That's why you no longer have polio and so on.
Eno mi ukope polio nyo ngwala rika mo nuoi kopi koma mepe ogwere chia pedo tie.
But the curative side
Ento itutu kan kita me miru gwoka rikere nyo.
is not doing so well.
Kamu yen ni dahatal nyo nuongo konyi dahatal peti ati maber.
You hear that the health workers are stealing drugs.
Yini wini uticha gamente tia kwalu yen.
So we must stop this.
Miru mo kira ngome joko manu ko.
All of us.
Wan duchu ti unu kanne.
Because these health centers are not in Congo, they are not in Sudan, they are here.
Yenu dahatale wani health centers wani duchi kan pera dautite eto tikere wakan.
And we have got government structures everywhere.
Da wanu tikere uticha gamente ilevo loro dushu.
We have got the government, but also the wananchi representatives like the LCs.
Wanu tikere na hotela me LC. Utikere hotela gamente de hotela di ruamoro ducha popar.
So wherever you are, stop this theft of drugs.
Entia kobni kanu duchiti ye odiele una tek me joko kob me chamuchana.
I will set up my own spy network
Ni ene chakoda doketi kweda mera pire kene.
in addition to whatever is there
Medico manna medu tie chawani.
to catch those who steal government drugs.
Mecha kumoyo mako jo ame wurkwalo gien na gamente.
as we are catching the ones who are stealing the PDM money. But you, the people, also should do your part. On the issue of education, I want you to see the damage which is done by the school charges in government schools. Let us see the skilling hubs where the young people are giving testimony. Let us see the one let us see the one of Lango. The one of Lango. You can see yourselves on the TV.
Your Excellency, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of the Republic of Uganda. My name is Kabuo Rachel. I'm Ahmad Ongari Mukoze. I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. Kabuo Rachel. A Romambora Kahocha. But a village here, the Royal Home. Romambora in Kahocha. So in Jangate, Latin Asahanu, Nabia juice processor. Getting a juice processor. Nabia is single.
That is Bundubujo. Get the one of Lango. You go and get them for tomorrow then. Okay, let's hear this one.
Sahanu, Nabia juice processor. Getting a juice processor. Nabia is single movie. So, Muna Isangana, I will be a college juice. If a kite is Sibawa, I really be take a route to call a band instead of you guy. So, Muno a program.
Now, these are young people. They will get the one of Lango before I leave here.
A program a mento chaho, a me bully why I can't punyera.
This one who was speaking is from Kasese.
Manatia loca, yai Kasese twal.
But they all have the same testimony. Their lives had been ruined. They had left school. They have left school. Why? Because of the school charges. So when I started the skilling hubs, they came to study free. Now you see the products they are making. Let's see the products they are making. Very good products and skills. Shoe making shoes, metal work,
Utiu yopoke, utiu timogeni welding, me yopu dogoli, kere dirija.
carpentry,
Utiu yopoke ndang bayi, rwama malo.
building,
Utiu gedo.
all just in 6 months.
Jami no duju tiu puonyere gini yonge dwera bichiel keken.
And I teach them free.
Da puonyo gi menono.
But you hear their testimonies.
Eto kayini winyo chaden na gino miyo.
Their lives had come to an end.
Nuodo kwogi unuoda dogi huko.
So I want to appeal to the NRM fraternity.
Atia kwa yotela me NRM keru chwaka NRM duchatikan.
In the next government,
Igamenta me abinu ni.
let's get rid of school charges in government schools.
Ukwanyu unu kope chen na me ochole ichukula gamenta ko.
They have been talking about shortage of teachers.
Utia kobuni, utia ubero kobuni number puonye petia roma ber me puonyo tino.
We shall increase the teachers by 50,000
Wanu me do number puonye chuchok tutumia piera big twal.
so that there is no shortage of teachers
Me we kope number puonye bedo pe.
and there is no reason for charging money from
Do peti kitore do kono penyu kere chene boto nywa lime cholo puonye pien gamenta binu ni do achoyo puonye tutumia piera big twal.
and that's why we should emphasize day schools.
Eno mi wanti ukwayo ni katwere chukule dujo yayo tino yayi pasho me duoko ko me chol bing.
One primary school per parish,
Pampa chukule primary chela Paris.
one secondary school per sub-county,
Secondary school mirobedi sub-county wadushu.
so that the children study and go home.
Me we kutino waru kwano te doho ko pachige.
And the reason for this
Ginumi wano tima man.
is to concentrate on education costs,
Me we kumunen kirango me duoko well chukul dog ping.
classrooms,
Kaka kwano tino.
laboratories,
Kere kaka meti mo pen.
library,
Kaka kwan.
teacher's house,
Burra ka buru puonye o budu puonye.
sports ground.
Kere kaka tuko tino.
This is what you need to teach.
Monu jemme me mier wano puony. Kere tino wa.
I landed at a school where I landed with the helicopter,
Eno landing yi school loka Romi primary no.
and I was joking with the children there.
Nunu etu kere tino tie ratre kere tino.
The boarding schools have additional costs.
Ente ko lo kere tino ni ka tino puri chukul mi wel chenne me kwan wormalo.
Which have nothing to do with education.
Ame peram medo ginoro nyo yobo ginori kopi kom kwan na tin.
You have Nino, you have Nino, sleep where to sleep.
Nuiti kaka buru.
You can sleep at home
Kiramu kiri buru pasho.
and come and study.
Ite duo kwan.
You have charm,
Nu chem dati pasho.
you can charm at home
Kiramu chem pasho.
and you come to study.
Aite binu kwan.
You can, there are so many courses which have nothing, which are not educational, but other things.
Si jamma me umiru ni unywal choli. Alube riko pe boarding. Etu jammi no pe yubu kwan na tin na tuwali.
So therefore, let's discuss and fine-tune this.
Enti akobni monu beru gina me miru laru unu kopera ber. Eka te yubu unu.
That's my point, our point, a beach.
Monu point na mabishe no.
A beachel
Point na mabichen.
is market.
Beru kopi kom chuk.
If you produce all those things that we are talking about,
Nika waru upuru unu jami do duchuti ya nyutuno.
where will you sell them?
Ucha toki kwene.
That's why the NRM is always against tribalism.
Enemy NRM pe miru kope poka ibe kopi kom rob. Unyo kaka.
When the actually is produced simsim,
Ka choli kusho puru nino.
or the land is produced sunflower,
Eka langi te puru sunflower.
the marketing language is not enough.
Chuke lao ke ken pe romo.
You need the Kampala market.
Nuwa miru te dok jambi wana ha Kampala.
So that's why we say, love Uganda.
Enemy wante kobuni miru maru unu Uganda.
Why?
Pingo.
because you need it for your own welfare, for your own prosperity.
Bien lobo wa me Uganda ni utiu mita tek me mi yu kwa wa bera be ke me ke la loha loha kwa wa.
Love East Africa.
Madang lobe me rumo Uganda me ti East Africa.
Why?
Pingo.
You need East Africa as a market.
Bien lobe me rumo wa no mite me mi yu chupi jami wa.
You had Apio teaching me economics that the sheep she's rearing are bought by South Sudanese.
Entia kopeni winyu kita pio no tia puonye kere kope economics. Nir pun ni mera ne tia picha jo ame binu welu yai South Sudan.
So all of these political actors moving around, politics is about what?
Entia koni wanu po we be me jadu you be lopoka we be ni karo bero ngo. Teaching on no.
NRM says politics is about prosperity and security.
Entia koni NRM koni we be ubero kopi kom lonyo.
And that's why we say love patriotism, love Uganda.
Entia koni memi you wat teach kara chel mi ruma lobo wa me Uganda.
Pan-Africanism, love Africa.
Ekai kome lobo chol mi ruma unu lobo chol.
Why? Because you need them for your prosperity. The final word is strategic security. We need to think not just about Uganda but about East Africa.
Kada wanu kopu kom kuj pe miru par ka pe Uganda kiken ento par pe loba da rumo Uganda ameti East Africa.
People here in the north know that if South Sudan is not stable, even they disturb us here.
Wani tumala me Uganda kan wanu ngeni South Sudan petia ber ginu dudangu yelo waitungi.
So the work of the NRM in the last 40 years
donc ticha NRM mwaki pierangwen no karange
has been around these 7 points.
And
that's why Uganda has been stable. And if we do what I have recommended, there is one Indian who told me that Uganda is the land of the 3 Ps.
Uganda lobo ameti jamme pa adek
peaceful,
kuj
pleasant,
loba amonya
and profitable. This is what an Indian told me. Now, coming to some issues here, I'm glad you liked my idea of the 5 cows per homestead. Instead of the other chaotic and method of cattle compensation, which we so apoyo. Thank you for supporting it. I've already instructed the government to plan how to implement it. Because of other demands, we may not be able to do it in 1 year. But more we shall do it. Now, the Banya of Dokolo, Amolatar, Namasale Road. I know that Banya. You don't waste and the one of Ochero to here. Now, the fisheries. There have been some struggle between the fisheries unit and some of our local people.
Nia yela no te ya kino che kere jog ke you FBU ameti nam.
And the other member of UPC was injured one time in that struggle.
Entia kobune MP wa me Amolatar binu wano tiene pick up oche.
The member of parliament.
Member of parliament, Honorable Bitek.
But these days he's a good friend of mine. So for me, the fisheries, we need the fisheries of the lake. But also we need to do a lot of fish farming. You are now misusing our wetlands. When I was coming here, I saw you putting rice in the swamp. That's improper. That is misusing. Let me show you what I'm doing in Palisa. Limoto.
Amanya gange nzedi kusoka majidu nganzo mbaka wa president mu kitundu kino. President bwe yansindika wano mu 2020 nasanga nga project eno eweddewo. Tasike yange yasooka nengamba president ayogera nnyo ku project eno naye ekiri wansi tikiriwo. Najja ano ng'awo wonna waliwo omuceere. Twatulanga abakulembeze ne tugamba tulina okukyusa ekifo kino. Ekifo kino ekigendera kyakyo nti kitudde ku ekemu. Bwe natula n'abalimi ne bangamba baali bajjamu ensawo mukaaga ez'omuceere. Ensawo mukaaga ez'omuceere mitwalo nga 21 nga weesanga nga eri emiliyoni emu mu mitwalo 3.
Ndi mulimi w'ebyennyanja. Nali ebiseera ebyasinga obungi nali ndi mulimu wa mutyere omusa naye ng'ekiseera kyemala omwiga omwo nga nima omuceere kyali kiseera nga kiwanvu era nga n'amaani agenkozesa omwiga omwo gali maani nga mangi nga ntwale abaana bange tufuduukira omwo n'omwami wange yantwala tufuduukira omunyera omwo naye nga tukozesa maani.
What those people are saying, what those people are saying, they are saying that they were growing that rice in the swamp. But they were getting very little from the rice. From an acre of swamp, they would get 6 bags. And the total will be like 1.3 million. But when I made fish ponds for them on the periphery, on the periphery of the swamp, not in the center of the swamp, they are earning now more than 70 million shillings. Even here in Rangwa, I think I have a fish pond there.
Yes, there is a fish pond that the ministry is helping in Amolatar.
Very good. So you would earn much more from fish ponds than from this rice.
So entia kobne inu chenta duong ibeti piturech iloyo pur wakao mecho me pur chere.
Therefore, both for providing food and also economics.
Donuo retia konyi kopi komi yuchem endo danua ketu chente mori ichao.
I'm raising money to do a lot of fish farming in Rango, in Teso, in Busoga, in Bukedi.
Eno koni etie mo yuchente mebinu chia kopi turecha duong yilaukan yiteso keri yibusoga.
The individuals cannot do it well
Ngara chela chel pe romotim mukene.
because it needs a bit more money to make the fish ponds.
Tien miru chente didit me kunyo kapiturech.
So it will be the government to do the fish ponds.
Miru gamente na me kuny pons me mite.
We shall therefore deal with that issue.
Eno koni e uginu gamente atichi yemene no ni umeru ruome pur me guakorechi yilaukan.
But when I get time, I will call the MPs from the fishing areas
Entia koni ka enu chawa iluongo members me parliament ame yai ame kana me ochi horechi ye.
Some people were telling me about how we can allow local fishing for just food for some days and so on.
Ni jo ka tia ko beni miru ye yu chi kame pachi giti nge dong na me ye gi chi kurecho me go me chama.
Now I want to find out how that can be done.
Entia tamani ko pen tam de no kirango ame kuri jammi no romti yukede.
As we wait for the big fish project,
Me we ka ukuro piturech your project me piturech duong me gamente tia planning.
how can the indigenous people do the fishing without damaging the fish?
Nikirango amochi romochi kukere nam eta menupe abalo nam.
So I will call all the MPs of Amolatar,
Erokoni eluongo wan MPs me Amolatar,
Nakasongola,
jo me Nakasongola,
maybe Busoga,
kere jo me Busoga,
a little bit of Teso,
kere jo moga me yai Tesodan,
and some from Lake Edward area.
kere jo me yai tu nam me Lake Edward me tutu Western.
So that I don't kutomera, I don't bump into something I have
Me
not
we
studied.
pardon ya chakti muginoro amenu petia bear.
Now for the technical school,
For the technical school,
Which was
the technical school ame ab chairman kwao.
which was proposed by the chairman,
Ame chairman penyo.
that's our plan,
Mono plan wa no.
to build a technical school per district.
Mecho mekero technical school chela district chela.
A government technical school.
The technical school nyoka ponyo teaching amenu ber me agamente.
So if Amolatar does not have a technical school already,
Ni amola Amolatar pe kere technical school
then we shall build it
then ugero.
and name it after the elder you mentioned.
Te utai kochoyo nying late latigolal.
On the circles,
Te akopokopi kom sako.
we are going to start a circle for the fishermen
Eruko ni utio juba mechako sako ajo chik.
because fishing requires more money
Pien chiku right miru chenta duong.
than PDM.
Ame pe law chenta me wano gama me PDM ko.
So we shall start a separate fund
The one you gamenta you bo chente pe uchik kengi
for the fishing communities.
pe meti ko mechik.
Now finally for the borders,
Me giki mere pe border.
we are already starting circles, supporting those circles.
Ni wano tido chako sako ko me supporting border.
But now, because of the elections,
Man pick up a year, pick up a campaign, which I had any.
the law does not allow me to donate money now.
A chick up a year, maybe you chenne.
So let's wait, let's finish this work
Nico teach me campaign,
of Queer Maber,
Ukiano queer a bear,
and then we shall deal with the circles.
Ek out a dealing, get a cop me sacco.
Apoyo Matek,
A poyo take.
Naremju, Apoyo Rubanga.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for your message to our people. We have two activities for you to undertake. As you are in Lango, you know very well that we are very good hunters, and when you go to hunt, you have some equipment that you use. So the Lango elders have organized a spear and a shield to be given to you so that you go and conquer Uganda. Our elders are right there. The second activity is for you to hand over the flag to the NRM flag bearers of Member of Parliament, Kyoga North, Member of Parliament, Kyoga Constituency, LC5, and Woman Member of Parliament, Your Excellency. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Aduong lobo mi bendera bodjo umasha luak mena remo mi ugigen mema ko bendera mena rem beno dia mi no Felix adubong wej Kyoga County bab ti wa po unu aduong lobo mi bendera man. Next poyo aduong lobo mate tido yengo bendera me gino aduong lobo mi ko Kyoga County, flag bearer NRM. Next, Subero Okodo, Peter, Kyoga North. Aduomi Okodo, Peter. Bendera ko, Mechungi Parliament, Ite NRM, Kyoga, Itumalu. Opoyo Adundo, Bemi Okodo, Bendera. Ochomi Jodi Toko, Neno Felix Dugimere Malo. Next, Subero, Auna James, Pichiaman, LCB, Amolatar, flag bearer NRM. Auna James, Ginkira Duangloba Gamu Bendera. Una Duanglobo, Mia Una, Tomoko, Meduado. Agikimere, Dr. Agnes, Adim, Apea, Woman Member of Parliament. Flag bearer NRM. Wow. Opoye Matek. Next, last activity will be the elders giving the seal. Kutmela Obura Duanglobo. Elder William Uchien. Adu Uchien. Kakawang Jotegilao. Keremat Muru Buk. Tidak bimi Yadung Lao. President William Lokole Lao Mo. Yeah. Tiedingo. Tiga Karabom. And I would request that you keep quiet as we witness the last activity. Ahmed Ochien John William Museveni. I don't know me quote both flag bearer NRM and the national chairperson NRM. Utia me yedu quote Melari Lao. Dao gamu kwa ba unu. Obabti wa po unu timu. Neno. Take the microphone. Funde. Take them the microphone. They will have to speak. Sorry. They will speak. As they give, they speak. Oh, it is done. It is done. Nena uno president. Adong president. Obabti wa po una dungo protect to twal. Adongo pura telo wa ber. Adongo tiata hinero urumo.
penga toro buon musei. Apoia batek. Okay.
NRM oye! Museveni oye! Aduong lobo gamu kwot, o gamu tong, tedang por, o kita may word kere dwar. Your Excellency, thank you very much. The shield and the spear is a sign that it is a totem given to you by the elders and to bless you as you continue with your journey. We wish you very well as people of Amolatar for your next journey. May I then request our national anthems in the reverse order. Thank you very much.